All right, so let's start off with IT manufacturing. So what he's been proposing in his spiel going throughout the country has been a 10% uh, tariff or tax increase on imported goods, all goods, not just IT, but all goods, and a 60% increase on tariffs from China. So the idea here, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so that businesses will force people to start buying in the US rather than buying other places, right? The pros are it encourages businesses to focus on manufacturing here in the US, and the cons are it's a possible inflation of goods, possibly adding to the inflation that we already are dealing with right now. So both of those things are possible, right? The good and the bad. Um, there are some existing U.S. manufacturers who are going to benefit from this, and one of them is Eaton Corporation, and another one is Rockwell Automation. But there's other U.S. based manufacturers who may benefit from the stuff that they're talking about here. Let's just be real about it. There's some good that can come out of it, right? Hopefully, right? We're here, we're in this country. I hope things, regardless of how I personally feel about this direction, I hope that it goes well. Will it go well? I mean, I don't know. Like, we're about to see, we're about to find out. So let's keep going. And that was the main things that they're doing that's going to affect IT as far as the prices and maybe even some jobs. It might increase the jobs here in the US. Possibly. We'll see. I hope it does for the better. Um, Enhancement, another thing that they've talked about that they've written or said in interviews or whatever is enhancing cybersecurity defense capabilities. Pretty much this is the same as what he did before. I'm not seeing any huge changes in one direction or another, but what they've said is that they want to strengthen the nation's cyber defense mechanism for specifically for the Department of Defense and push more towards a uh, offensive and uh, stance on cybersecurity, which would be good if that's what they're going to do. I didn't really see much else except for them saying that we're going to increase the private sector's collaboration. This has all already been in the last few administrations. We've been going in this direction for a long time, so that's good that they're going to continue that direction and that momentum that we had in the previous administrations. So that's not bad. All right, so here comes the probably a little bit more controversial one. That they really are going to make changes, and they're very serious about it. So this one is AI. They're going to remove government oversight. Now, there's already Biden administration put out something called Executive Order 14110, which was the safety, security, and trustworthiness of in the development during the development of AI and the use of AI. Right. So this was supposed to add more governance, risk, and compliance for AI. They're going to remove it. So the Trump administration saying, nope, we're going to deregulate AI because we want the U.S. to be first in AI. And there's arguments for and against this. Okay. Argument for, I'll start off with our argument for. So argument for deregulation, all right, would be that China's not going to hold back on regulations. Russia's not going to hold back on regulations, right? India's not going to hold back. Why are we going to let them outpace us by putting regulations and being the good guy, right? So you could think of it that's kind of the pros, like on their side, speaking for them, to say, hey, we're going to remove regulations because we want the AI to progress faster. Another positive thing for this argument for their position is that if we were to put in regulations, it really would just benefit the big guys, Alphabet of Google, Meta, Facebook, and Chat GPT, OpenAI, all the big guys who are already in this space. They would be the people who would kind of move the needle with regulations while slowing the progress of the smaller people who are out there develop. There's a ton of other smaller AI developers who would be possibly negatively affected by the regulations because it's going to take them a while to build up to the point where regulations don't have that much of an impact. Because think about it like this: the AI, when you're putting all this stuff in AI, um, you have to spend more money. You've got to get a GRC person in to help you with those safety features that the government wants, right? So arguing both sides, like arguing in their on their behalf, saying that how can we keep up with or governments like China, who's not going to give a damn about those regulations. They're going to go way past us if we have these regulations. Another thing is the smaller guys, like the smaller guys are the ones who have the most innovations a lot of times to move these markets, right? And then they just get gobbled up by the bigger guys. So now arguing against them, I would say regulation is very necessary, right? In every industry. If you go back in time to, I don't know, the meat packing industry, where they didn't have no regulations at all, and you were getting rotten meat packed in with maggots and all kinds of stuff. People were getting all kinds of diseases because there was no regulation to check the processes, right? The regulation is there to help us to develop safety standards for the people who will be consuming or using this thing that's going to be everywhere. It's going to be ubiquitous. It's going to be like the air we breathe. That's AI. That's what's going to happen with AI. It's already happening. Um, to have no regulation on that is crazy. And even Elon Musk himself said it, right? Who's now on their team. He even said it himself. He says that it's scarier than nuclear weapons because this thing can do some crazy stuff. And how here they are removing the regulation. Now, what I will say, what I think will happen with this, and I'm just speculating, this is just my opinion, but I think that OpenAI, Anthropic, Alphabet, Meta, and all those guys, they know how important it is to have those safety features in place. They know how important it is. So I think that they will create their own commission, kind of like the PCI DSS guys did. They're going to come together in a body and say, look, here's some safety features we're going to implement that all of us should implement. And it'll be kind of like a suggestion rather than a mandate that comes down from the government, which is what the Biden administration was proposing. So I there's a pro and a con on both sides of it. I think that we should lean more towards regulation because this is a potentially a super dangerous technology we're dealing with, hundreds of times more dangerous than social media, and you can see some of the havoc that's wreaked on our kids, on our privacy, on everything. It's not 100% good. That's everything that's happened with. I mean, I think we can all agree that social media hasn't been 100% good. There hasn't been no regulations on it. It just popped up and then now it's off to the races, right? And now it's harder to put the genie back in the box. And now we're about to just let AI. This one I really disagree with what they're trying to do. I really think we should slow walk it, but this is the direction we're going to go. On the positive note, is if there's no regulation and all of these AI companies start cropping up, right? In theory, that because there's no regulations, the business explodes. Maybe that'll bring more jobs for us. That's a maybe, but that's a definite maybe. I don't know. I have no idea, right?